Greetings and much blessings to all. So, uh, for for like most of my life, I've been always a different way. I've always been a certain way in my life, and amongst those that we call Native American, I have been sometimes labeled by them as the Heyoka of Black people. This was long before I really knew I had like Native American heritage, and then fast forwarding, not realizing how Hebrew heritage is what true Native American heritage is. So, so, but yeah, before then, I was labeled amongst them as a Heyoka. For those who don't know what a Heyoka is, well, it's usually that you're the backwards person. Some people call you the trickster. Their nickname for me as the Heyoka was the Raven of the Night. If you know anything about a raven is very smart, but it knows how to talk in different voices, just like a parrot do. Actually, a lot of people say that the raven actually can talk better than the parrot. It's very good. It's very good at mimicking and mockery. Not to say I'm about mimicking and mockery from a negative standpoint, but yeah, I do know how to mimic people's voices. I know how to do that well too. But what I mean by all this, more or less, is that there's just a lot of beauty and wisdom about the raven itself. It tells a story, just as the coyote does. They also consider that animal a trickster. Now, some people want to say that actually the whole tale of this trickster actually goes back to African folklore, and that was passed down to these quote unquote Native Americans. But actually, there has been this idea of the trickster or the backwards person or backwards type of way in every type of society. So everybody in some ways or another, you might know somebody that's more or less a Heyoka or someone that's just of a different tune that beats to their own drum and things like that. And that has definitely been me. And I'm still growing more into who this person I am really is. It's taken time. See, at one time, salute to y'all in some ways. You see me wearing the bones, right? You see, depending on how I edit this video, you may not see my bones. What I mean though is, you see the bones here, you know, and you see this, you see that, and so what this basically means is that um, there's a Grim Reaper, and he's holding the hourglass in his hand. Not sure if you can see all that, but yeah. But anywho, here nor there. But what I mean is, what I'm trying to tell you is, at first I was like, oh, the Grim Reaper, he's evil. Why would I want to do that? I'm trying to be angelic. What does the Grim Reaper have to do with this? Actually, the Grim Reaper is an angel, not a demon. And so the Grim Reaper is kind of like the one that has to tell you that your time is up. Some people call him the angel of death. Yes, once again, the Grim Reaper is an angel, not a demon. And so, yes, over here at the Other Rage Angelic, we talk about all things angelic, even Grim Reapers. Now, what made me more or less still want to know more about the Grim Reaper himself is just because of in the scripture it talks about how you reap what you sow, things like that. And so I'm not saying that I'm people's karma or anything like that, but for me to understand the idea of the Grim Reaper is for me to understand that a lot of things in life can be of a certain way depending on how you apply yourself. You see this in nature every day. So the same goes with life. What are you doing about it? Every day you see the sky blue, you see the clouds out. No matter what we do to this world, one thing I've noticed, those clouds still stay blue. I mean, the sky still stays blue, and the clouds still stay beautifully white. We try our best to destroy this world, but this world seems to still rebound. You know, so that tells me there's something greater involved in this whole grand scheme of things. Despite some who think they can control this world, you know. Um, so, and there's a lot I can do in this world myself. As time goes on, who knows? And I think that is also the case for anybody else who feels like a Heyoka. Now, my thing is, I was actually first called a Heyoka back when I was like 21 years old. And I didn't understand. I was like, what are you guys talking about? They were like, well, there's been something different about you all your life. This is why you've had to live the way you live. Don't feel bad about it. But some people can't handle you as a person and what you know. You're too deep. You got to simplify things for people. So I hope that even this video is simple for some people, because there is something different about me. But I believe that I'm relating to a lot of people who feel the same way. And so, yeah, you're not average. And so, explore more of this if you have had confirmations like I've had about this whole Heyoka thing. So, because you can't escape it. Much blessings.